Welcome to the CA Compliance Event Manager version 6.0 video on defining policy to monitor datasets managed by CA Endevor Software Change Manager. Endevor datasets are protected from unauthorized access when you follow the recommended security best practices, including implementing the alternate ID and properly configuring a security software product that restricts dataset access by other IDs, except a few trusted administrators. However, if these best practices aren't followed, or if you want to monitor the activity of the trusted administrators, you can use CA Compliance Event Manager's PDS monitoring. PDS monitoring lets you monitor changes to datasets under Endevor that were made by a user ID other than the alternate ID, and set up email actions to be notified of the changes in real time. Doing so helps you avoid unauthorized changes in your production library, helps you identify inappropriate access and suspicious activity without modifying your development process, and helps you identify potential security breaches in real time. For example, say you're concerned that a user might try and circumvent Endevor to make unapproved dataset changes. You define the appropriate PDS monitor policy, and then if a dataset change occurs outside Endevor, you receive immediate notification via email. You can then review the change for suspicious activity and take actions as needed. In this demo, we'll show you how to define policy to monitor CA Endevor SCM-managed datasets. Defining your policy includes creating an email action, creating a PDS monitor policy statement, creating a policy set for the change monitor component, and adding your policy statement to that set. To receive email alerts, be sure that you've configured the email settings. First, we'll create an email action to automatically send emails to the administrators when a change to a monitored dataset occurs. From the home page, click Go to Actions. Then click Create Email Action. Type a description. For this demo, we'll use Email Alert to monitor Endevor managed dataset changes outside the alternate ID. Then set the email priority. We'll set the priority to high because these changes are of critical importance to our administrators. Next, set the content type. For this demo, we'll leave the default of plain. Next, we'll specify the email addresses of the sender and recipients. For this demo, we'll send the email to the CA Endevor SCM administrator. And we'll copy the security administrator. We'll use a subject line of change detected to Endevor dataset outside alternate ID. For the message text, we'll use substitution variables to insert real event data. The values wrapped in percent signs will be substituted with actual values in the email alert. In our message, we'll use substitution variables with a message of detected change in DSN member on volume by user from system. Click Next. Review your email action for accuracy. Then click Create. Your new action is successfully created. Now we'll create a PDS monitor policy statement. First, from the navigation menu, select Policy Statement, Create PDS Monitor. To view all the settings in one page, click Single Page View. Type a description of this policy statement. We'll use monitor changes to Endevor datasets outside the alternate ID. Next, select whether this policy requires approval before actions are performed. For this demo, we'll leave the default of Do Not Check for Approval. Optionally, include test conditions to narrow the scope. We'll restrict this monitoring to filter out the alternate ID. Select User ID, not equals, the alternate ID. In this example, we'll use ENDV alt ID. Then click the plus sign to add the test condition. Next, we'll enter the datasets to monitor. We're not interested in logical datasets, so we'll skip this area. We want to monitor all datasets under CA Endevor SCM, so we'll use dataset name prefixing to add the Endevor high-level qualifier. We'll use endv.proj.*. Click the plus sign to add the dataset name. Now we'll attach our email action so that we're notified via email whenever this policy is triggered. Expand the Email Actions area and click Add Existing Email Actions. From the list, choose your action. To filter the list to find your action more quickly, start typing the name in the search box. Click the checkbox for the action and click Add to add it to your policy statement. The selected action appears at the top of the Email Actions area. Click Next. Review your policy statement for accuracy. Then click Create. Your new policy statement is successfully created. Now we'll create a policy set and add our policy statement to the set. From the navigation menu, select Policy Sets, Create Policy Set. To view all the settings in one page, click Single Page View. Give your policy set a name. For this demo, we'll use Monitor Policy. Provide a description of your policy set. We'll use Change Monitor Policies for Endevor. Leave the policy set status as the default of Ready. In the Statement Selection area, add your policy statement to the list. You can use the search box to find your policy statement more quickly. Click the checkbox for your policy statement to include it in the policy set. Click Next. Review your policy set for accuracy, and click Create. Your new policy set is successfully created. Please remember to attach your policy set to the Change Monitor component by editing the policy set parameter in the PDS member for the Change Monitor component started task. Doing so controls which events and conditions the Change Monitor component processes. Also keep in mind that you must restart or refresh the Change Monitor component started task to pick up your changes. For more detailed information about defining PDS Monitor policy, click the information bubble in the top right corner to load the product page. From there, you can go to the product documentation, visit the CA communities, or see the learning path. Thank you for watching the CA Compliance Event Manager 6.0 demo video on how to define policy to monitor CA Endevor SCM-managed datasets.